Yo, so today we're doing the first oil change on the 22 WRX. Just hit about 3,000 miles. I know a lot of people did it at 1,000, but I just waited till 3,000. So we got the Amsoil Signature Series 020 with the genuine Subaru made in Japan filter. So we're going to be running the Amsoil and also installing a Fumoto quick drain valve. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is put a little bit of oil in the filter. That way it can soak up while I'm doing everything else. So I'm just going to stick our funnel here. Let's get the oil. Take the seal. Now you don't want to overfill it, but just put enough in there so it has a chance to soak in. So we're gonna let that sit and soak while we're doing the rest of the oil change. Alright, now let's get this oil drained. Hopefully I don't make a mess, but I probably will. And it's gonna use a 17mm socket. Oh, perfect. Got it on there just right. And the oil does look kind of dark. Doesn't look funky at all, nothing weird about it. I don't see no chunks. I'll go ahead and let that continue to drip. And then we can install the Fumoto valve. Okay, I had some old O'Reilly 020 that I just ran through there real quick just to clean it out a little more. So we'll let that drain out and put on the valve. Now when you remove your oil filter, you're going to want to take a rag or paper towel or something and just wipe around here. There's going to be a lot of dirt and debris, and you want that clean when you put the new filter on. That way your gasket makes a good seal. So now we've got that all cleaned up, so we can go ahead and install our new filter. I'm just going to rub some of the old oil from the old gasket on here just to lube up the new one, because you should always wet the gasket when you put one of these on. Alright, so we're going to put on our pre-filled filter. And it just needs to be hand tight. A good hand tightening. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get the Fumoto installed. There's one other guy that tried to do it, and I guess he was having trouble hitting the heat shield here, so I went ahead and removed the bolt so it's flexible and I can move it around, so hopefully that makes the install much easier. Let's see. Yeah, so it is touching there, but since I undid the bolts, I'm able to split it apart and get this on there easily. Okay, now it's on pretty tight, but the hard part here is going to be to tighten it that last little bit, because I need to get the wrench on this side because it's not going to fit over this side here. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Let's see. Yeah, there's literally no way I can get in there. I could turn it a little bit from the top. Alright, that's not going to be good enough. There we go. Not ideal, but this is working. So it's already pretty tight, so I'm just going to give it another maybe quarter of a turn. And also try to get this piece down a little more so the clearance is better. There we go. I think that should be good. Alright, looks good. So taking out those bolts from the heat shield worked out pretty well. Alright, yeah, it should be tight enough. So I can go ahead and put these bolts back in for the heat shield. One side is a nut, the other side is a bolt. Actually, I lied. They're both nuts. So this one, I don't know if you could see in the video right now, but it's under the frame piece here. So you kind of have to get under there. I'll show you on the video a close-up of where this actually is. Yeah, so the other one you could use a socket, but this one you'll have to use a wrench to loosen it and tighten it. Alright, now it's all tightened up. Let me go ahead and show you those bolts real quick. So one of the bolts or nuts is this one right here. And the other one is right there. Alright, there's a close-up of the valve. So yeah, the install was pretty good. Hope this helps all you other guys install it too, because that simple trick of removing those bolts makes it pretty easy. Alright, now let's go ahead and put in our oil. Alright, time to put in our Amsoil Signature Series. Now I believe, if I'm correct, that this car takes 4.6 quarts of oil. And I got 2 of these bottles here, and it's not quite enough because these bottles are smaller than the regular 5-quart bottles you'll get like at AutoZone. And I got 2 because when you sign up for their membership program on the Amsoil website, you get, I think, like 25% off. So it makes it pretty cheap to get the oil. And if you spend over $100, you get free shipping. And so that's why I bought 2 of the bigger bottles instead of the 1 and 1 small bottle. That way I could get the free shipping and get the most out of my money. Just a tip for anyone else that might be looking to buy this Amsoil here. Alright, let's see where we're at on the dipstick. Alright, looks like we're just about there. Go ahead and turn it on and run it, then we'll check the oil one last time. Alright, now we're about to do the first startup with the Amsoil Signature Series oil and the new WRX. Let's go ahead and start it up and see how it sounds. Wait till that cold start is done, and then we could actually hear the motor. Alright, not much difference in sound. I was thinking maybe it might possibly run a little quieter with the new oil, but everything sounds pretty much the same. I'm going to put the before and after side by side so we can really see if there's a difference at all. But yeah, I mean, just an oil change, nothing much to it, so nothing too crazy to expect here. So I'll let it run for a couple more minutes and then I'll check the oil one more time, make sure we're good, and see if I need to add any more. And then we're done. Now here's a sound clip with the original oil at 3,000 miles. Alright, so we got the oil changed and we're taking a drive now to see if we feel any type of difference. And the first thing I noticed right away is that before, at lower RPMs and lower gears, I would hear a lot of engine noise, and now I don't seem to hear it at all anymore, honestly. So it did make the engine a lot quieter as far as that. So that's one good thing so far. Other than that, nothing else to really say. Yeah, so I don't know if it's just me wanting to think something's happening, but I feel like the car is using its power much better now. I feel like there's less hesitation and everything's just working much more smoothly. I feel like the turbo is spooling up quicker. I feel like the engine's more responsive, and I don't know, that could all be in my head, but I mean, I've been driving this car for 4 months now, so I'd like to think that I know what I'm talking about when I say there's a difference there. But all I can say is, I guess you gotta try it for yourself and see what you think. Yeah, 100%. The car definitely runs a lot smoother. I can feel it for sure. I am going to be doing a video of the oil and why I chose the Amsoil, and that's going to be coming up within the next few days. So make sure to check that one out so you can see why I picked the Amsoil and why I chose to keep running the 020 oil instead of switching to 530 like everybody else. Yo, all I gotta say is wow, I can't believe this shit. The oil made such a big difference. I mean, I can't explain it. I mean, there's not really words to describe it. The car just feels amazing now. I can't believe it. Like I said, is it all in my head? I don't know. I don't think so, because, I mean, I know my car pretty well now, so, I mean, there's a complete boost in performance here, and, yeah, it's amazing. So, I definitely recommend this to anyone. Get that Amsoil Signature Series, the 020, for your 2022 WRX. And I promise you won't regret it. So anyways, this is Cushist once again signing off. See you next time.